welcome back to Brunch with Believers, where we bring practicality, spirituality for athletes. I'm Stephanie, and I'm glad to be back with you. Took a little hiatus, had to move to another state at the unction of God. And so I'm settled and I'm able to come back and bring this. I miss doing this, and so I'm happy to be back. Today, we're introducing a series. We kind of did one, not even really realizing that's what we were doing before, but I'm very intentional, been before God about this. And so felt like this was a really good series topic to talk about. And it's about sabotage and the way limiting beliefs create that in our lives. And I have to give credit where credit is due. My brother Cord, former NFL, CFL player, was the one that kind of put this in my spirit, because it was clear watching him take the cap off and giving himself the ability to see the limits off, and watching how it manifested so quickly even in his life. So I'm really excited to be able to share this with you, and God has given me some clear instructions on what to do and how to do it. And so this first topic we'll talk about is doubt, and it's tied to fear. And so let's talk first about what the sabotage looks like, right? And that is, sabotage comes in multiple ways. It could be what we're talking about today, which is doubt or fear. It's emotion, it's a spirit that comes upon us that is not of God, to do what the enemy promised he would do, which is to kill, steal, and destroy anything that we have that God has promised us. And so the only real power that he has is in limiting our beliefs about what we can do through the power that we've received from God. And so when we limit our beliefs, then we're limiting our destiny. And so we don't want to do that ever. And so today, talking about fear, let's be really clear. Fear is not given to us from God. It is something that is put in us through the enemy, and it is to keep us from moving forward. When we are fearful, we stay stagnant. And I want to talk specifically to athletes about this, because you all always you give off the persona, and people assume and see you in this very strong, brave light. You're doing whatever sport you're doing, and if you're doing it at a high level, of course people are looking at you like, yes, this person they don't have fear. They're doing what they were supposed to do. But there's a whole nother part of that, because we're not just the athlete on the field. There's fear in other parts of our lives. There's fear about what happens when this is over, when all we've been told is we were an athlete. So we have to be in this place, in this space, to really give God what we have, to use it in any way. So I'll give the example of someone who is an athlete who has amazing story, triumph, however you got where you are, you were brave to get there, but people are asking you to share it, and there's fear, there's doubt. Why does anybody want to hear it? I don't speak very well, or I don't want to get up in front of people. I mean, this is a lot of people, not just athletes. This is a lot of people's issue, is fear of speaking in front of people, right? But that's not given to us by God. If God gave you a testimony, he meant for you to, if he gave you the test, then it's a testimony, and he means for you to share it. So not being in that space, the word gives us so many encouragements when it comes to this. And James 1:6 is one of those. And we just need to operate in that space and being in that place. I have to get my phone, so give me a second, because I'm going to read it to you. I want to make sure that you get it straight from God, not me. So hold on one second. I should have pulled this up before. I'm sorry. But I want to make sure that you get this word. Boldly, believingly, hold on one second. I just want to make sure. Boldly, believingly, without a second thought. People who worry their prayers are like wind-whipped waves. Don't think you're going to get anything from the master that way. So here's what I'm saying to you. And then I'm going to go like a verse before. It says, if you don't know what you're doing, pray to the Father. He loves to help. You'll get his help and won't be condescended to when you ask for it. So even in the spirit of the example I gave of, getting out and speaking in front of people and sharing your testimony, that is something you can talk to God about. So the practicality for this is talk to God. Let him know, God, I'm afraid. I think about Moses, right? God saw him out and said, hey, I need you to go and get my people. And Moses said, me? Wait, I have a speech impediment, God. You want me to be the one to lead your people. You want me to talk in front of all of these people and get them to believe me that we can leave this place and go to a promised land. God said, yes, you. And so Moses had to pray like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I need you to, help me. And that's all we need to do. If we seek God, that's the practical part of this. Seek him, prayer, fasting, whatever you need to do in order to release that spirit of doubt, release that spirit of fear, so that you can go forward and do exactly what it is that God called you to do. Don't hesitate to pray and ask God. Prayer is nothing more than conversation. It's not some big shindig you have to put on. He's not looking for you to know all of these words and scriptures just to quote back to him what he already knows. He wants to hear from you in your heart. So if your heart is fearful, if you're in doubt, talk to God. If it's about you moving forward, what is next? Even in this time, I say that, especially if you're like a collegiate or a professional athlete right now, and you're still in the prime of your career, start thinking about what's next, because one day that sport will be done with you, whether you want to be done with it or not. And you need to be prepared for what's next. So I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you again next week. Have a great day.